I'm back. My God, what on earth went wrong there? We have no idea what was going on. Now, first and foremost, tell me that you can hear me in the feed, everybody. Tell me that you're there. Thank you. We have no idea. That was just the most bizarre thing. The most bizarre thing. It's not our software. We think it was YouTube. We think YouTube just had a hiccup and just went loopy. How bizarre. Because I went and had to stop the stream after you guys said you couldn't hear me, started another one, and it wouldn't start a new one. So we had to restart another one to get that working. So thank you, Addy, for quickly getting on the phone and working with me. But that was utterly bizarre. I'm so sorry. Right. Let's just give everybody a few minutes to get back with us. There's probably people that aren't watching the stream going, when are we starting this quiz? I'm so sorry. I'm apologising for that conglomerate that is YouTube, but you know what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to have a fun yet competitive quiz, 50 back-to-back questions. We will get going very, very soon. Remember, whole brand new scoring. Let's try and have some fun. Lots of people blaming Whitney Houston. I think that's fair. She can't respond, can she? So that's fine. Charlie has upgraded. So Charlie, just while we're waiting, I'm going to get you on that wheel, mate. Just while we're doing that. Charlie C is now on the wheel, and whilst Charlie is going on the wheel, I'll also say good evening to Sammy and Niku, who became Patreons this evening. Sammy was a silver. Thank you so much, mate. Sammy, you will be on the wheel as well. Is everything okay in the feed? Do chat away in the feed so that I can see that everything is okay. Give me some thumbs up or something, guys. Anyone that's watching, just give me a thumbs up. Let's see, the guys behind me are doing it, so that's good. Come on, talk to me in the feed. Let me know that all is good and all is well in the world so that we're happy. Last thing I want is to have to start again. Anybody want to say hello? Addy, anyone? Thank you, Wana. Oh my God, I had a heart attack there. I'm like, not again. Not again. That would totally suck. That would totally suck. Right. Of all the nights when I needed to get an early night, and here I am, stuck here. Right, George. Right, Trotted Tube. Right, Charlie. Right, Corneliu. All right, let's quiz everybody. I hope you have fun. 50 back-to-back questions. We're going to start in 1970, bring you all the way up to the present day. Have a look at your screens. We are going to get on with this. Oh my God, Braluka, thank you for joining in the feed. Let's get, if anybody is still looking at the old stream, which they shouldn't be, can you just type a message with the link to the new stream and bring them over, people? Can you just help me out? That would be really handy. That stream should have stopped, so I don't know how they're still talking about it. YouTube is having a fit tonight, an absolute fit. Anyway, let's start the quiz, everyone. Good luck. Hello, James. You've missed all the fun. Here we go. Quiz is underway. Let's see what else can go wrong on this night. First question, who won the Eurovision Song Contest with the song All Kinds of Everything? There you go. We're starting in 1970. Get your answers in, guys. David's good. That's all right then. So there you go. Mrs. John Thornton gets some bonuses, as does Sally Salsa, Vlad the Implier, Charlie and Jen. As you can see, the quicker that you answer, the more points you will get. So yeah, you're welcome to take your time and hover over the question and get it right. But if you're quick, you will get more points than everybody else, up to a maximum of 50. So we're in 1970, and we will move into 1971, and we'll keep going all the way up till the present day. Here's question number 2. In which city did Led Zeppelin perform their iconic song Stairway to Heaven for the first time? So where were they? Glasgow, Belfast, Amsterdam, or in Hamburg? It was one of them. And the correct answer is Belfast. 34.7% of you getting it right. Rather surprising place to perform it. And in the words of Led Zeppelin themselves, they said that when they played it, the crowd were bored to tears and actually didn't like it. It's now one of the greatest songs, regarded as one of the greatest songs ever. All right, Jen leads, 235. We've got Tio in second on 215. George B, 190. Mrs. John Thornton, 130. Sally Salsa, 130. So a good start for Jen, who's got loads of bonus points there. Here's your next question, number 3. What is the first letter of the product that was advertised using the song I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing by the New Seekers? Enter a one-letter answer, please. We have taken it out of the picture. Take a guess if you're not sure. The name of the product, the letter we were looking for, is the letter C for Coca-Cola. The song was written specifically for the advert and then became a massive, massive hit off the back of it. So with just a third of you getting that right, it's Tio that takes the lead, 336 points. Sally Salsa 251, Jen has 235, Jamie 233, and Slippery Jack 231. So big lead, but loads of points to be had, more than usual. So keep going. Here comes question number 4. We're into 1973. March in 1973 saw the release of which iconic album? So one of those was released in March 1973. Now, some of these questions are tricky. We've got a few easier ones tucked in there along the way as well. We're going to find the biggest music fan tonight. Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd is the correct answer. Bowie and the Rolling Stones, they released theirs in 72. Queen's A Night at the Opera was 1975. 45 million copies and counting for Dark Side of the Moon. And it's Jen back in the lead, 355. Jane up to second with 342. Jamie, 341, just 1 point separating them despite the massive scores. Cornelio into the top 5 with 339. Tio, 336. Already we're seeing a big difference in the top 5, which is good fun. Question 5. Which band had a worldwide disco hit with the song Rock the Boat? Rock the boat. It's going to be hard not to sing some of these songs tonight, you lucky people. So, Rock the Boat, the Hughes Corporation. That was a tough one, wasn't it? 27.4% of you getting it right. And it's a very popular song, certainly for me when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, to do this silly dance. Yeah, all that. Very popular. Irish weddings, they love that. Jamie into the lead, 453. Jane 450. Yulia P 439. George B 422. And Sally Salsa has 384. So it's daughter and mother leading the way, first and second. On to 75. How long is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen? 1975, the year I was born. So how long is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen? And your time, it is up. Now, if you've seen Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, there is a reference in it. Mike Myers, who plays the manager or the guy that's going to be promoting them, he says nobody will listen to a song that's almost 6 minutes long. So there you go. 5 minutes, 55 seconds is the correct answer. And it's as you were at the top. Jamie, 584. Jane, 577. George, 518. Andra, good evening to you. You've got 489 and Gaza 485. We've got the whole family in the top 5. There's a screenshot if ever I saw it. The Bakers having a good quiz at the moment. 1976, Dancing Queen by ABBA was a #1 single in which of these countries? Timia, welcome back. So sorry about that, but we're all here having fun. So it was #1 in just one of those countries. Where was it? It was in Russia. The majority of you getting it, 37%. They were very popular over in the Soviet Union, but they were actually paid in oil commodities, which is quite interesting. France, Italy, Spain never got to #1. Jane now takes the lead, 681 points. Andrew second, 597. Vlad the Implier, 593. Cornelius, 590. Jamie drops down to 5th place with 584. So, I hope you're liking the new scoring. Number 8. The song Nobody Does It Better by Carly Simon was the theme for which James Bond film? Yeah, we shouldn't say both, really. It's one or the other, right, Andre? You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. The Spy Who Loved Me is the correct answer here. 40.2% of you getting that one right. And it's Jamie and Jane at the top of the tree yet again. Jane leads the way with 781. Jamie 688. Here comes Bula into the top 5 with 657. Looking to make it 3 quizzes in a row. 643 for Yulia P. Just 1 point ahead of Irina. So it's ladies' night apart from Bula at the moment. 4 girls in the top 5. And we're moving in to 1978. YMCA by the Village People was released at the end of 1978. Which of these characters was not one of the Village People? Dun, 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 dun. Very popular when we do this at Sing Along Bingo. And the fireman is the correct answer. There was definitely a soldier, but there was the fireman, just not in there. Yeah, fireman, 10.8%. Jane, 781. Irina, 742. Jamie, 688. 657 for Bula. Yulia P, 643. He was a GI. He was a GI. As a soldier, GI. Obviously the same thing. But definitely no fireman. I can assure you that. Definitely no fireman. So, Free Girls lead the way. We're into 1979. Select 3 hits for Donna Summer from 1979. So, the wonderful singer that is Donna Summer. 3 of those are her songs. Get them all for 100 points per correct answer. If you get just one wrong, your other correct answers are worth 20. So, potentially 350 points if you can get them. And we were looking for Bad Girls, Hot Stuff, and MacArthur Park. I Will Survive was by Gloria Gaynor. We Are Family was by Sister Sledge. One of those questions where maybe you could work it backwards, work out the songs that she definitely did not sing, because maybe MacArthur Park or Bad Girls was a bit tricky. Jane leading the way, 884. Arena, 848. Jamie, 794. Bula, 773. And Yulia P, 766. We're into the 80s. Here comes your first question from 1980. Don't Stand So Close to Me by The Police includes the lyric, just like the old man in that book by Nabokov. Which book is this referring to? A few extra seconds here because it's a longer question and we like to be nice and fair. So, just like the old man in that book by Nabokov, which book would that be referring to? You know your literature. 81.7% of you getting that one right. It is referring to Lolita. We asked a question about Lolita not long ago. Sting was also mocked at the time for rhyming shake and cough with Nabokov. Seems all right to me. Jane, 994. Irina, 973. Bula, 908. Jamie has 908. Yulia P has 901. So we're approaching 1,000 points. I would imagine Jane will get that on her next question if she gets it right. And here is question 12. 1981. Which rock band had a hit with I Surrender? In 1981, which rock band had a hit with I Surrender? Cloud, Sun, Rain and Rainbow are your options, and the correct answer that we were looking for here is option D, Rainbow, the rock band Rainbow, which was led by their singer Richie Blackmore. Jane does indeed break 1,000 points. 1112. Jamie 1035. Yulia P 1014. George B 979. Arena 973. Cracking tune that one, Litsa. And I like this scoring. I'm quite enjoying it as it goes. I like the quiz as well. Like, people have got an option if they like the old songs at the start. The kids can catch up at the end, maybe. We will see. 13. 1982, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor was used in the movie Rocky III. But what colour eyes do most tigers actually have? So it's an animal question. Relating to the song, of course. But we're trying to do some other trivia at the same time. They all have yellow eyes, apart from white tigers who, because of their genetic abnormality, they have blue eyes. But the vast majority have yellow eyes. 46.3% getting that one right. And it's a bit of a change in the top 5. Jane, what a quiz for you so far. 1,226. George B into second, 1,082. 1,073 for Arena. Jamie is still there on 1,035. And Yulia P rounds out our top 5 as it stands with 1,014. We are on to 1983. Which supermodel appeared in the video for Uptown Girl by Billy Joel? Oh, when I was 7 or 8 years old, this song. Oh, just loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I had it on 7-inch single. My dad bought it for me. Christy Brinkley is the correct answer, but what's quite interesting is that the song was inspired by his girlfriend at the time when he wrote it, who was Elle Macpherson, who was also friends with Christy Brinkley. Christy Brinkley was in the video. He ended up marrying her, and now it's regarded as the song about her. But actually, it was Elle Macpherson that he wrote it about, first of all. Jane, 1352. George B, 1216. Then it's Arena, Jamie, and Yulia P. Charlie. Oh, you had the Westlife version. Get over yourself. That was for Children in Need, I think, wasn't it? 1984. Which rock band released the album 1984 in 1984? Charlie, did you really own a Westlife song? Nothing wrong with that. So which rock band released the album 1984 in 1984? We could have asked you which rock band is in the gift there, because it is Van Halen. That was the famous album that featured Jump, their biggest hit, I would say. Jane then, 1352, but she's being caught up here. George B, 1331. Arena 1288, Yulia P 1271, and Sally Sousett into the top 5 with 1182. It's quite hard to read out these big scores, but I do like seeing these big numbers. I do hope that you're enjoying it as well. Lots of emphasis to get the question right, but fast as well. 1985. Which act did not have a hit in 1985 with a song called The Power of Love? Was it Claudia Schiffer that was in the video for the Westlife one? Because they reenacted the classic Billy Joel garage scene, right, for the video, and they put Claudia Schiffer in there instead. Okay, Diana Ross is the correct answer, 49.4%. All of the other songs, quite bizarre. None of them were the same. They just all got released at the same time. The Frankie Goes to Hollywood one was the Christmas #1 that year. Jane, 1472, holding on to her lead. Irina, 1400. George B, 1331. Sally Salsa, 1307. And Bula, he's back into the top 5. He's got 1278. It's very easy to catch up, even if you're miles behind with these scores. 1986, featured in the film Top Gun. What was the name of the band that had a huge hit with Take My Breath Away? Drink some water. I'm trying to stay hydrated because I have a very long run to do tomorrow. Berlin. Look at this. That's never happened before. Usually somebody gets it wrong. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was easy, but often people just click the wrong thing accidentally. Anyway, well done. Well done. Well done. Never happened before. 100%. Everybody deserves bonus points. Jane, Irina, George, Sally Salsa, Bula. That's your top 5. That's the first time. First time it's ever happened in over 6 months of quizzing. Well done, you guys. 1987. True or false, Michael Jackson co-wrote the song La Isla Bonita, but offered it first to Madonna. Is that true or false? Did Michael Jackson co-write La Isla Bonita? True or false? Let's see what you've gone for here. Right down the middle, pretty much. It's actually false. It was the other way round. Madonna wrote it, and they offered it to Michael Jackson. It was going to be a Michael Jackson song. He turned it down, and bless her, Madonna decided to do it instead. How good was that, Brian? Brian is our guest writer tonight. He is in the feed. Sorry, Brian, I forgot to mention you after all the palaver at the beginning. Brian is over in Belfast. He is in the feed if anybody wants to talk about any of the questions. Yeah, Michael Jackson could have done La Isla Bonita. He turned it down. 1988, made famous by the song by Enya. Through which country does most of the Orinoco River flow? So Orinoco Flow is the famous song, but which country does it actually flow through? La Isla Bonita. That's my Michael Jackson doing La Isla Bonita. Now you've heard it. Venezuela is the correct answer. 75% of it is there. The rest is in Colombia. 46.3% of you getting it right. Great quiz for Jane tonight. She's still holding on to a lead. 1,700 exactly. George B, 1657. Ove into the top 5. You're in third place right now with 1630. Irina, 1625. Yulia P, 1611. We are seeing that people can break into the top 5 here, even if, you know, they're a little bit behind. I like these scores, but I will welcome your feedback. The disgraced duo Milli Vanilli were exposed for not having sung on any of their records, but which of these was one of their hits? And we put hits in inverted commas, of course, because they just mimed along to it. One of those was by Milli Vanilli. By Milli Vanilli, can you say that? By the people that pretended to be Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. 79.5% of you smashing that one. Well done if you did. I like that because we can see Jane took her time answering it quite late, but she got it right. Jane, 1804. Then it's George, Yulia P, Irina, and Dan now comes into the top 5. Isn't this great? We're switching it all up. I like it. I like it. We're at the end of the 80s, and yes, it does appear that we all love Top Gun. And we're going into the 90s. Let's see how Jane does with the 1990s. This is 1990. Wind of Change by the Scorpions was written after the band visited which country? Top Gun 2, due to come out relatively soon. It's been put back again and again and again. Seemed a weird one to make to do a sequel for, but I'll go and see it. USSR is the correct answer there. Lots of references in the song to the USSR as well. Jane, 1907. Irina, 1844, up into second. Bula now moving up to third, 1789. George is there with 1786, and Dan has 1772. So, despite how it looks, it's actually very close. Just 1 or 2 questions can change up everything. And we are seeing a real change in our top 5, which I like. 1991. Which album was released by U2 in November 1991? Yeah, I mean, that's quite possible as well, isn't it? That everyone just likes the band Berlin. Wana, tonight more than ever, you should definitely pay attention to the pictures. Some of them really help the question. Achtung Baby is the correct answer. 51.8% of you getting that one right. And we have a new leader, which is Irina, who picks up bundles of points there. 1948 for Irina. Jane drops to second, 1907. Bula creeping up, 1905. Dan up to fourth with 1901. George B down to fifth with 1894. And we're going to move on to 1992. The Annie Lennox song, Love Song for a Vampire, was released as the soundtrack to which movie? So which movie had the Annie Lennox song, Love Song for a Vampire? It's obviously a vampire movie. Be a terrible song to use otherwise, wouldn't it? But which one? It was Bram Stoker's Dracula, and a massive 71.4% of you getting it right. Look at Jane. She gave up the lead for one question and she fights back and gets it back. But look how close things have just gotten. Jane, 2014. Dan, 2008. George B, 1994. George B almost having the same score as the year. Ove has 1983. Julia, 1967. 1983 for Ove. Julia, 1967. They are like years, Litzer. I never thought of that. 1993, multiple answers. Please select the three singers that featured on the song All for Love. I never for one second considered that they would sound like years, but it kind of works. I should pretend that that was the plan, but it really wasn't.